Hello everyone, Beatles Tarot back with another edition of What's on Deck. Actually, What's on Kickstarter. And hopefully this will be advertiser friendly. For some reason my weekly videos like these, update videos, they keep getting flagged for not being advertiser friendly. Why? I have no idea, because all I'm doing is advertising. Anyways, let's move on to see what's going on in the world of Kickstarter. For this video, we'll do Kickstarter only. And first of all, we got some collectible playing cards. The Bicycle Four Seasons, which is funded. I'll just reduce this a little bit. There you go. It is funded with 71 hours to go. And then there's the Four Seasons Spring Edition, which has relaunched and is also funded with 20 days to go. They've had to use pretty low goals to get these funded. I mean, we've seen them before, so we won't look at that again. I will say, however, as far as collectibleplayingcards.com is concerned, my discount code does still work there, so check them out if you're looking for something and save some money and help out the channel at the same time. I'm a little bit reluctant to advertising because they have not been, giving me anything in return. Or maybe it's just that not a whole lot of people have been using my code. I don't know. Anyways, next up from playingcards.net is the Bicycle Ophidian Playing Cards deck, which is designed by Shapeshifters Playing Cards. And it's very similar to the Mystiques, except that it's got a snake theme. And it is funded with 6 days to go. And then there's the Twisted Wonderland by Cards Enthusiast, which is 51% funded, 3 days to go. It's a relaunch, and it, barring some kind of a last-minute miracle, is not going to make it at this rate. It's only halfway there. It needs, another $7,000. I don't see that happening. Git Deck by Varianta25, which is a computer programming theme, is funded with 11 days to go, much like the previous deck. I mean, I guess it's okay for what it is, but it's not my cup of tea. And then we got another relaunch, the Magnificent and Hippos Playing Cards by Home Run Games by Jeff, one of the 3 people involved with Home Run Games. It is funded, 8 days to go. It's a very low goal for 2 decks. They are being produced by the Freedom Playing Card Company. I keep doing this a lot for some reason. Freedom Playing Card Company in China, which they've used for some of their other decks, and it's, kind of a hit or miss situation, probably considering it's made in China. And there they are, the 2 decks that failed individually to fund because they're not that exciting in my opinion. I have no interest in getting them myself anyways. The top case on the Magnificent is okay. It's pretty, it's decent, it's nice. And there's some of the cards, lots of ad cards it looks like. Not too crazy about this whole thing. Well, let's just put a slit in the back of the box to stick the flap in. How does that even work? I'm not sure, but that's going to get damaged eventually, opening and closing it so many times. The faces are the standard kind of Legends Playing Cards faces. I guess they're a little bit different, but they are standard. Nonetheless, the Ace of Spades, pretty simple. Big and bold, but kind of simple. And then the back design on the Magnificent is, well, not magnificent, in my opinion. It's just not that exciting. And then the Hippos is made to look like a vintage deck. I remember they did this project before. They made this deck that's supposed to look like a vintage deck, especially in the tuck case, but it's Hippos, and it doesn't really seem all that vintage. And the back design, again, pretty simple. It's got hippos in the corners, again, not overly exciting. The tuck case is decent looking. And they got a hippo print on the inside of the tuck case, it looks like. It's 707 instead of 808. How creative. And then again, the same slit in the tuck case. The stamp type seal against standard faces. The Joker's the Joker and that card is similar to the other deck. Court cards are the same. It's just very standard, simple decks made by a social printing card company, and quite frankly, I would just rather get something else better. Are they luxury playing cards? I don't think so. New luxury playing card line from Home Run Games. Okay. Yeah. So moving along, not a huge fan of that one. We got the Ragnarok playing cards by Design Imperator, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned before. It is funded, 17 days to go. Ardor playing cards, I think I looked at last week. 49% funded, 48% funded, 10 days to go. Don't see it happening, it's kind of weird. Yoga playing cards, which I mentioned last week, by Manoj Kausal. It is 13% funded, 20 days to go. It's interesting, pretty nice matte design and whatnot, but the faces, the court cards are a little bit weird, I guess you could say. Then there is a Draconian and Knights playing cards by Randy Butterfield at Midnight Cards. It is funded, 71 hours to go. 3 decks in that one. You have a Draconian and 2 different Knights decks, which I did reviews on prototypes, thanks to Randy, and you can check those out on my channel if you haven't done so. They're very nice cards. If you like the Draconians, you're going to like this new one. And the Knights are pretty nice as well. And then we got a Bicycle LE. Human Evolution playing cards, limited edition by Magic Trickstore, aka collectible cards. 39% fun and 26 days to go. We will take a quick look, quick peek. It is a relaunch. And yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's an interesting concept and theme, and the back design certainly works, even though it's a one-way back design. That's kind of cool. So just the human evolution here. Of course, not everyone believes in evolution, but yeah, it's pretty interesting little piece to have here. And yeah, there's a back design. It's very one-way, very Africa focused for some reason. Kind of a strange little back design, but it's different, it's interesting. And then the court cards showing you different stages of human evolution. And I mean, it's different, it works. And the art, I will say this once, the art, and it's nice that they actually have the name on there of what that, I guess, species is. But the art, the detail on these characters, on these models, very good. I like that. I mean, they're well designed, that's for sure. And it's different, it's an interesting theme. And you can actually flip the court cards in order, and it shows you that evolution. So it's an animation or flip book. It even has these little walking figures going from a little humped over beast to a man. So very interesting, very cool. I actually kind of like that. The pips, on the other hand, I don't know what to say about those. Why not just keep them a little bit more traditional looking? And then the back design again, the Ace of Spades, of course, the monkey, an ape. And the Jokers are a nice little play on the standard bicycle Jokers. That's cool. I mean, the back design it's okay. It's a one-way. I mean, it's something I would probably pick up later on because it's an interesting idea. If it funds this time around, I'm sure it will. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's kind of an interesting idea. It's limited edition, so make sure you get it. Doesn't say how many is being 1,100 decks being produced. Well, that's kind of what the same amount that they produce for most of the projects, I think. But yeah, it's interesting. The Free Stages playing cards by Chris Telko is 20% funded, 24 hours to go. It needs a major miracle in order to fund. It's not going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen if they relaunch unless they have like a really low goal. And I'm not sure they're going to produce free decks with a $10,000 goal or $15,000 goal. They might want to just forget about these decks because there's low interest in my opinion. Top aces, I mean, $11,000 is a lot of funding. There is some interest in these decks, but not enough for $50,000 gold. And in comparison to other Jackson Robinson decks, that is very low amount of interest. Anyways, moving along, Top Aces of World War I by Jody Eklund, which I've showed you before, is funded, 18 days to go. Very nice decks. I do like his historical themed decks, and it's definitely worth checking out. And then we got a relaunch here for the Baraka Tarot playing cards and an expansion deck by Sinise Chaba. It is 17% funded, 34 days to go. It just, what the hell is that? It just relaunched. It's very nice looking. I do like this new color back design that they've used. And it looks like they're basically taking the previous Baraka deck, putting it in a nice new shiny tuck case with a nice new back design and color scheme. And I think the core cards and the faces are pretty much the same. But then there is a expansion pack for the tarot, the major arcana of the tarot. So yeah, the faces look the same, which might be a little disappointing to some. But then here's the tarot cards, and we did get, I guess it was these, no, these are the pages. These are the pages, these are new ones, but there was 4 that were included in the previous Baraka deck. There's the back design, very nice. And these are the other tarot cards. They're pretty cool. I just want to see something. The one thing I will say about the pages is I would have preferred if they fit in with the other core cards, which they don't. But it is what it is. They're pretty nice nonetheless. I do like them. You can see my reviews are on here. Well, at least one of them anyways. Actually 2 of them, I think. Yes, the Baraka and the Divine Art reviews are on there. So thank you very much, Sinise, for having those on there. And I do recommend everyone checking this out and check out my reviews on his previous decks. They are very well done. It's a, these Indian-inspired themes are underused in playing cards, so they definitely stand out. And the artwork, very nice. Colorful pops, and very well done. Moving on, we have the signature Phi playing cards by Facundo Magic Card Creator. Aha. It is 3% funded, 25 days to go. And that's what you get, basically. I mean, it's an $8,900 goal for an odd back design, which has the same logo repeated throughout. And standard faces I can see from this image here. That's your back design. It's Phi. Why? Wi-Fi. I don't know, but it is Wi-Fi. I mean, it's interesting. I am the Joker, and I am the only one in the deck. No duplicates, trust me. That is just the weirdest thing to put on a Joker. Why? Why would you put that on a Joker? That's so stupid. Especially when there's 54 cards. So there's going to be 2 Jokers, or just a Joker and some useless ad card or something. Printed by NPC. Amazing fan and Pharaoh suffer from day 1. Aha. We'll see. Well, it says it's linen quality, so linen stock, linen finish should be decent. He says the cards are being produced in the USA, will be shipped in the USA. No, I'm pretty sure NPC prints in China. So that's kind of a misleading mistake. That's the Joker, that's it. It's a diamond and it says that stupid thing on there. Okay, the Ace of Spades. One thing I'm noticing these cards are missing is, at least on the Ace of Spades and the Jokers, is an index, which is very important to playing cards. And we don't see anything else about the faces, so they were standard or who knows what, but the Ace of Spades really doesn't do anything for me. And I don't know why the name Phi. Like, the name makes no sense to me. Okay, moving along. This is a definite pass. We got the deck of many Fables playing cards, which I think I sold you before, by Gus Ryber. It is 37% funded, 19 days to go. I apologize if this is a long video, as usual. Oh yeah, I did show you this one. It's a bunch of like animal creature things. No idea what the bat design looked like. It's 37% funded somehow with 19 days to go. May or may not happen at this rate. And then we got Riders of the Apocalypse Volume 2, DOS, by Ace Collectible Cards. It is funded 13 days to go. I do recommend checking it out. It's definitely interesting and unique. And then we got the Patriot playing cards. Don't know why I did that. I'm not American. By DF13 Skateboards. It's 5% funded 10 days ago, and it is not going to happen at this rate. For one, I think the back design looks too similar to the Bicycle US President's decks from Collectible Cards, and the USPC also released them. And I think it's weird that they're producing these for NPC. I believe it's NPC, which is, again, China production, when it's all about patriotism and Americanism. And is that even a word, Americanism? But it's kind of odd. And then the faces on the artwork is great, but again, I mean, it's kind of same old, same old. You see many decks that have American presidential figures and patriotic figures and whatnot. Next, we have the Physics playing cards by Mikhail Stolpovsky. It is 16% funded, 28 days to go. So we have a look. It is actually kind of decent so far. It's a €5,000, $5,000 goal. It likely won't happen. By Nissa. Fan of physics. There's actually a book. That looks like a pretty big book there. I think that's a book that has all sorts of explanations on what each card is. The court cards, they're actually, fun little court cards. Interesting design. And you can see they have different people who are known in the science community and what they did. So I mean, you got here is that Galileo and the Hubble telescope. Yeah, Einstein and the relativity, which he came up with the theory of relativity. Etc., etc. So that's an interesting idea for the court cards for sure. Actually, it's galaxies. The Hubble telescope and galaxies, antimatter and Dirac, quantization and Planck, and general relativity, and Einstein and Hubble. I guess I get it. Hubble. That's where the name for the Hubble telescope comes from. Is from Mr. Hubble. I get it. I get it now. I understand. So that's interesting. They got the name of this scientist, well-known scientists. I'm not actually familiar with Dirac and Planck, and what they were related to. And then you get the same thing with the queens and the jacks. The Jokers feature some interesting little things here as well. String theory and a loop, quantum, gravity, and those actually kind of worked on the Jokers. And each suit has its own color. Hearts has a green color. Diamonds a purple color. Spades a yellow color. Clubs is kind of a dark blue or gray color. And then the Jokers have a blue color. You can actually get a t-shirt. I guess that's Misa. I don't know what the back designs look like, although I could probably guess that this whole physics is my favorite game. Could be the back design. It would make sense because it's the only other image we see. I mean, it's an interesting idea. Obviously, I'm guessing the number cards are just pips. I could be wrong though. But we're not seeing any number cards, so I'm assuming that this is going to be more traditional. It's an interesting idea. 12 euros for one deck, which is sorry, I'm distracted by my shoes. Whatever, we'll forget my slippers. Anyways, you never know what's going to happen in my videos. I mean, it's an interesting idea. I'm sure we maybe see more of the product in the video, which we won't look at. I don't know if it's going to fund, but it's definitely seems like it's well thought out, well put together. And actually, here we go. The number cards actually have different things on them as well. I'm blind. I just haven't seen the back design, which I'm assuming is this. The tuck case is the lamest part of the whole thing. It just looks pretty odd. If that's the back design, you know, same kind of thing. But it might actually look better when you see it a bit closer than what you see in this image. But yeah, it's not overall too bad if you like that sort of thing. I'm not sure who's producing it is the big question mark. And he's not a native English speaker. It's not his first language, so that could cause some communication issues. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's different. Moving on, we got the Space Deck. First rare collectible. Funding Space Tourism by Leo McHugh. I got a little concern with that, and that is, last time I checked, Kickstarter projects are not supposed to, you know, fund like investment opportunities and stuff like that. Which just kind of seems like it is. 63% fund. Excuse me. 63% funded, 19 days to go. And there we go. I mean, it's interesting artwork. I don't know if I saw you this one last week. I probably did. I might have. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here about like funding like some kind of space program, which seems against Kickstarter rules. Interesting artwork on the court cards. Nice number cards. Nice ace of spades. Printed by Legends. I'm pretty sure I showed you this actually. There's a couple of different versions of tuck cases apparently. And they're okay. And the back design as well looks very nice. Can't go wrong with that. I'm just not sure if I saw or know who's producing this. And there's so much info, it's hard to kind of go through and try to find out who's producing it. Oh, wait a minute. Duh. It actually had a comparison for Legends, so it's Legends that's producing it. Duh. I mean, I saw this whole thing here. That's a nice looking tuck case, actually. Right here. Legends. So that's that one. Then we got the Jenkins deck by Jeffrey Daymont, who did actually see my video last week and commented, so that's pretty cool. 27% funded, 22 days to go. It's an interesting concept with for a 5-seat deck featuring paper, rock, scissors, water, and lizards. Kind of an interesting back design, I think. And I mean, it's an interesting idea. The artwork on the court cards is nice. I like that each suit has its own color. It's definitely different. I don't know if it's the most usable or practical for most people, but it might be worth checking out. I'll think about that later on for myself. Anyways, Then we got the Harmony by Rana Mahmood. It's, hope that's how I pronounce it. It's 5% funded, 3 days to go. Not going to happen. That's her second project. That's not going to happen. Interlude, which is a Hanafuda card deck by Kelly McKernan. It's doing quite well. Funded, 10 days to go. Had a pretty big goal from the looks of it. It's nice artwork. I'm not a really big Hanafuda fan. I like decks that I actually know how to use, like a standard poker deck. And so it's not for me. I don't collect Hanafuda decks. I'm getting one, and that's probably it. Then there's the classic horror deck by Sigil Entertainment Group, which is funded, well funded, 12 days to go. It had a very low goal. If it's 355% funded with almost $1,800, it's a very low goal. And it's just classic monsters on playing cards. Because it's Halloween coming up, so happy Halloween. And next we got the Queen cards by Queen Cards. It's 64% funded, 25 days to go. It's very feministic. I don't know why spell the word queen like that. I don't understand. It makes no sense. What's wrong with just the actual queen word? So they decided to make a deck where women have a higher rank, I guess. And this is the first deck to take aim at this problem in the gaming world. I don't think so. There's definitely other decks that have women as kings. And there's actually decks that just have women as court cards. So, it is what it is. The court cards are nicely designed. I do like that. They're very nice. The tuck case is interesting. It's fun. Backwards, I would say. The front of the box should be on the other side, but that's a minor little thing. It doesn't matter. It's unimportant. The back design, however, is unexciting, unappealing. It's got the word queen on there in the center, which is unnecessary. And then the back design is just the female icon throughout, which is very simple. And there's the other side of the tuck case. Beautiful artwork on the court cards, though, I would say, from what we're seeing. However, all we're seeing is, actually, there we go, that's what's different. The kings are actually female, and the queens are, that was probably not very fan-friendly to do that, but a little kind of a, I get that from Stanley on Three's Company, when he started about Jack Tripper, who pretended he was gay. Anyways, not trying to offend anyone. The kings are women and the queens are men. So, yeah, it's different. It's a different take. It's interesting. The artwork is very nice on the court cards, the ones we've seen so far. Haven't seen the jacks or the jills. I don't know. Probably jacks. The back design, however, is my only concern. And also, some people are not going to like the fact that they made all the kings one way, like one-eyed kings, and there's no suicide king or anything like that. It's not the traditional court cards, because, it's one thing to, I'm not saying it's not traditional because the women are kings and the men are queens in that kind of a sense. It's not traditional because you don't have your traditional one-eyed kings. You don't have your, suicide king. Probably don't have the one-eyed jacks. They're all one-eyed. They're all facing to the side. So some people might not like that so much. Some people like the kings. Some people like the court cards to, be traditional with the suicide king, the one-eyed jacks, and everything. But it's a minor thing. Anyways, not sure who's producing them. Then there's the BS cards by Bowtime Games. 1% funded. 3 days to go. Not going to happen. Spoker. Spell reading and word-based playing card games. It's like they're, well, I guess it's not a poker deck, so whatever. We'll move on. Then there is Bad Jokes Game. Aha. By IP Studio Pro, or is it LP Studio? I don't know. IP, I guess. 31% funded, 3 days to go. There's no way on earth this should fund from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing here. I don't think that should fund, personally. It is a bad joke as far as I'm concerned, but come on. Let's work with me here. Oop, never mind. I mean, the faces, they just have white indexes. A different color for each suit. And they got jokes on the faces. That's it. The back design, is that the back design? That's absolutely horrible. So not funny, it's hilarious. It's not funny at all. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Really? That's not even funny. I don't think that's funny. I don't find that humorous. I don't find it hilarious. 540. How the hell do you get 540 jokes on 54 cards? I guess there's some bad ones. What do you call a shoe made from a banana? A slipper. Ha ha ha. Why did the baker stop making donuts? He got tired of the hole. Are you kidding me? What does a clock do when it's hungry? It goes back 4 seconds. Get it? 4 seconds? And actually that's one that they... Well, that's not even new. They kind of bored. Like, I've heard that joke on the Last of Us game. The Last of Us DLC. And probably a lot of these. Did you hear about the 2 guys that tried to steal a calendar? They each got 6 months. Yeah. Sad cup of coffee. Depresso. This whole project is depresso. It's horrible. Let's move on. I don't even know who's producing it. It's so bad that it's actually funny. Next up, we got the Luxords card deck. It's a high-gloss deck of cards with a custom tuck box. That makes me so excited. By Frank Hribble. I think that's how I pronounce it. 22% funded, 28 days to go. It's... wow. I don't know what I'm looking at here, but it's not exciting. It's the Kingdom Hearts. Loves Kingdom Hearts. So it's being purchased by NPC. Apparently he's ordered for them before. So they have quick sending. $20 for a deck. And their suits are the Nobody symbol, the hearts, the recusant sigil, or X, and the crown. So you don't even have standard court cards. So right there, that just turned off most backers. The artwork looks very similar on each card. They got Roman numerals for the court cards, or for the holder cards, I guess. It's not your standard traditional poker deck, yet it could be. Saved by the bell. I'll be right back. Oops, I apologize. Geez, you must be wondering, am I drunk or something? Anyways, this deck, it's not Saved by the Bell. It may fund, I mean, it's got a pretty low goal, $2,000, and it's, I mean, about a quarter of the way. I don't know. Is that supposed to be the back design? Is that like cross on it? Very one-way back design. I mean, it could still be used for poker, but it's not very usable for most people. And it's based on a card deck from Kingdom Hearts. So that could be legal issues as well, so keep that in mind. Not sir. Moving along, I'm not interested in that one. That's for sure. There is a Beatles Tarot deck. If you like the Beatles, you might want to check it out. So far, 0. And then there is, oh god, a Donald Trump trading card game. Next, we got the Bicycle Cardistry Black and White Next Level and designed by Handlords, which looks very similar to the WTF deck, except it's bicycle branded. It is well funded. They only had a $1,000 goal, so it's very well funded from the looks of it. I always find that deceptive when somebody does a really low goal. It, gets thousands of dollars in funding, and it's got 780% in funding, and it looks like it's doing very well, but that's only because it had a very low goal, so it's very deceptive in my opinion. And why not just have a $5,000 goal for a project like this? You know it's going to get $5,000, so I don't know. Oh, I do like this. They actually got, it's kind of the same color scheme as the WTF deck, which you see here in the bottom corner, I believe, except it's got standard faces for the court cards, just like the previous bicycle deck. So I like that. I will check it out in the future. Actually, I might pick it up. No, you know what? I could probably get this from Murphy's Magic. Small shout out myself later on. So, but yeah, there you go. It's pretty nice. Obviously, it's got reverse fans, all sorts of fans. It's all about fanning, gaff cards, all sorts of fun stuff. It's just like the other bicycle cardistry decks, except black and white. Well, the back design's black and white. And here you see the other one, the WTF cardistry, which I guess you can also get. It's the same back design, so this is definitely a must get for me because you can combine both decks and do all sorts of stuff with it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like it. Shipping is a little bit pricey though, probably. Moving on. A beer game? Really? Emo Jasm. I don't even want to know what Emo Jasm could be. And some repeats here for some reason. A lot of repeats for some reason. More tarot decks. Dracucat poker deck. We mentioned that one's by Partet Cedric. 42% funded, 9 days to roll. And it's got cat monsters for court cards. Yay. The back design, I mean, the artwork is not bad. The back design is not so much. What the hell? Why is everything repeated like 3 million times here? I'd like to get through this today. Just bear with. Wait a minute. They're allowed to put this guy's face on a project? I mean, I know he sells out to like every commercial in TV history, but now he's really lowering the bar. Cahoots. Cahoots by Seth Hyatt. It is well funded, 23 hours to go. I didn't even see this before. But let's have a quick peek. It seems to have a playing card motif, at the very least. Today would be good. There we go. So it seems there's clubs and hearts and spades and diamonds. There's also cups and stars. Each suit has its own color. And you got these suits, pips along the sides of the cards with a number and a color in the corners on one corner. The other corner is just white, so it's kind of a one-way. The 48 card deck, so there's no court cards. It's just 1 through 8. Could be used for some card games, but not your standard kind of traditional poker card games. Don't know what the back design looks like. It's interesting, but pass. For me, anyways. And that's it for Kickstarter. Yay. All right. I promise you I'm not drunk. Let's move on. I will get on to other playing card stuff. It's new and upcoming in the world of playing cards in the What's on Deck video coming up. Stay tuned for that. And I will see you next time. Woo. Don't worry, that's just my microphone. It's nothing. It's nothing. Don't get excited. Comment, rate, subscribe. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me today. I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. See ya. Like the video. Let's get a million likes. It's not gonna happen. Never, but let's go for it. Go big or go home. See ya.